Again, you're posing me those hard questions. I think it's gonna be a 5 silencer.
Yeah.
That is my guess. Just because as a 5 silencer, you always have that global. You can stay in the base and be a threat to the Enigma. That is it. As a core silencer, you have to be close to fights. So I would assume that it is gonna be a support, or the safest position that we can assume that he's gonna be in is the support. Okay. Viper 3, Marcy 4. I think that's the best bet we can have right now.
And X3 are actually going to go back for the Weaver.
Okay. That's gonna be a very formidable lane, a Dawnbreaker Weaver. So Weaver is actually pretty strong against Sven. Okay, so there's a few things here. Either Hydra are bringing out some strategy that they have practiced, or they're just so mad that they're in a position that they're one game from getting out to Division 2, that they're like, okay, let's just play whatever we want. It doesn't matter. Let's just have fun. You know, that's those are the two approaches. There's no other way around this, because you're playing a Sven, a hero that we haven't seen for a very long time. I think I've seen him in position 4 there. I can get behind it, but as a carry, it hasn't looked great.
I can tell you,
I'm not sure what they're doing.
The last Sven I saw was Quincy Crew versus EG last night. I don't know, all the days bleed into the same, like when you
carry?
can't, yeah, but no, position 5.
Was it a carry? Yeah,
position 5.
That's what. That is the one that I would like. Maybe it's a position 1 silencer, position 5 Sven. You know, you never know.
Yeah. But Quincy Crew also ran the Troll Warlord, so they picked like the 2 worst heroes in the meta, and it surprisingly didn't work, and they lost that series 2-0 to EG, and now they're going to be going to tiebreakers after us. So, you know, just maybe their strat was to prolong the Dota to keep everyone entertained for a little bit longer. But yes, the Sven didn't work, and to be honest, I don't see it working here either. But it is
one of those heroes.
I suppose it's lockdown. If nothing else, it's got lockdown. It's got initiation, with the lockdown being a ranged stun that, you know, could set up a good fight for Hydra, and they wipe the entire team, and Hydra go home happy, or at least into game 3 happy, you know, and we get something else that might actually look pretty good in a Hydra draft.
To be honest, I'm kind of surprised that Sven hasn't been picked up more, or at least the teams haven't tried experimenting with it. Maybe they're trying experimenting with it in the scrims, just because Beastmaster is being played, Enigma is being played, Lycan is being played, all heroes that deal a lot of physical damage. They have the units which you can cleave down. You know, you lane pretty solid against all of those. You get a pretty solid lane. And I'm thinking the reason is people haven't found the right item build for the Sven and the right timing when you want to be active in the mid game. I think that is the issue, though. Maybe Hydra, you know, maybe they're gonna be the innovators here. So I'm not a Sven hater. I think this hero can work even in the carry role. Yeah. But I'm just not sure which items you go for. Echo Saber Blink, Echo Saber BKB. Do you even go for the Echo Saber? I kind of feel like that item is a necessity. I'm just not sure. So I'm really looking forward to Hydra showing me if this hero can work or not, and if it can, how do you utilize it?
Would you, especially with an Enigma being here, look towards the Echo Saber, the split into then BKB, and maybe go into what the Chaos Knight goes, where he builds up into the Orchid, goes into the the Witchblade with the Bloodthorn, that kind of path?
That would be cool, but then again, Sven just benefits so much from the Echo Saber itself. I think that's the main reason. Every hero that purchases the Echo Saber would like to disassemble it into a BKB Mage Slayer, or BKB, you know, Orchid Mage Slayer, and into the Bloodthorn. But the Sven doesn't want to do it, so I'm not sure. I can only guess at this point. I'm just hoping it's gonna be looking good. So Hydra, they go for the Void Spray this time around. They're gonna be having the catch. To be honest, this time around, I'm liking Hydra's lineup a bit more. I think they have the tools to kill every hero. The Wind Ranger, this hero, you know, doesn't deal well with the Void Spirit, doesn't deal the greatest with the Sven. It does deal well with the Viper and doesn't care much about the global silence. But in essence, I'm not the biggest fan of a mid lane Wind Ranger, to be honest. So I'm leaning a little bit towards Hydra right now. I think even if they fall behind, the Sven can carry this game. This is one of those games where you can really cleave down everyone.
Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing how the Rari will play on Sven, but to me, the Wind Ranger is the X factor here for X3. You know, it's depending on what start it gets, it's going to be able to roam around. It's got a lot of tower taking potential, hero killing potential. You know, there's the set build you see from the Maelstrom coming out into maybe like the Melania going into maybe an Orchid itself. The Bloodthorn comes out there. You've got the Gale Force as well that's going to help with the Enigma if the Enigma goes for that shard. So it's the extra dragon on top of the extra displacement coming through from that Gale Force as well. So that sets up really well for the Enigma in these fights. The Tiny that can come along and cleave down and blow heroes up. You've got the Weaver that's going to be... I'm looking at... I don't know. I just think with the way that X3 played in that last match as well, that if they play these team fights well, if they play the team fights right coming into the 15 to 20 minute mark, they're just going to have this lead over Hydra. And as much as I would like to see Hydra push it to a game number 3, I think X3 have just looked like the better team.
I like your point. I really do like your point. I can see X3's lineup doing the same thing as in the previous game, just spreading out the map. They're far more mobile than their enemies. The only mobile hero is the Enigma, and you know you're just gonna play around her. It doesn't matter. The Sugar can get a Blink Dagger early on again. The difference between this and the last game is that the Sven can buy a Blink and he can obliterate a hero in a second. So if you're spreading out the map, the Sven can jump you and kill you. The Void Spirit can jump you and kill you. There are some immobile heroes on their side, but the ones that are mobile that can go for these plays do have the burst potential. So that is why I'm leaning Hydra a little bit. But as you mentioned, I would not be surprised if X3 once again just make a game unplayable for Hydra. Just this time around, if both of the teams understand the game the same way, then Hydra is gonna be the one that is kind of gonna understand exactly what X3 want to do, whereas X3 are gonna have to be guessing how strong Hydra are actually gonna be.
And we'll see. I mean, there's going to be the wraparound coming through from Hydra here onto 3 heroes, but nobody walking up the cliffs. We've not got anything from the Sven just yet. He's going to walk right up to Natty. Natty even gets a shot off, and Rari has to back himself away. So yeah, now they're going to know that they're here, but we can see that Asgold's moving himself down. He's going to go towards that other bounty room, which might actually be a good setup for a steal here. They might be able to get 3 out of this as X3 start to move themselves down. But do they go? Do they get aggressive onto this? As the ward will spot them out as well. So Nesphia, you know, even if he steps up, they're going to know. In fact, he might try and... It looks like they're trying to pull a bluff here. Kobold's going to be coming up for the bounty, but Rink's close. He's going to have that toss there as well. So he is going to be able to pick up this bounty rune. And all 4 of them... Hydra don't even engage. They just give up all 4 bounty runes.
Why? You have pretty solid level 1, at least. One could have gone their way. Interesting though, we're gonna be seeing some musical lanes here. The Enigma wanted to dodge the Sven, and he's gonna be going towards the top lane. But Hydra have read this, so they'll be ready. And you know, it's really nice that we have the chat. You know, yesterday I was casting some third-party tournament, then I slept, then I came in for our cast, so I didn't watch the Division 1 games, and I got the info that yesterday Yatoro played the Sven. So, you know, it is not that people aren't trying to make it happen. I'm really glad they are. I'm curious what items he did go for. But now we're going to see what Rari is going to go for. And right off the bat, we're seeing the potential phase boot. So I think the Echo Saber with that kind of a start is going to be 100% the item for him.
Okay, the bottom lane though, SMN's going to get gone on an ICQ Kobold. They are going to be able to pull up this first blood. Nesphia, he has the Sakushi, so he's going to be able to get himself away from danger. But this is a good, even though they lost the bounty runes, you know, I'll get over it. They have got the first blood. They've made a good start, and even the high 5 from the tower to lift ICQ's spirits after that last game. So a good potential start in this safe lane here for the side of Hydra. It could go even further. I mean, you can wait out the Celestial Hammer from the Dawnbreaker, and immediately you get the Dispose out and just reposition right inside, and then the S-Man's got no way away from the slows coming through from ICQ. The damage that builds up as well. So a really good start for this lane, and we'll keep an eye to see how this lane does play out, if it gets any more kills here for the side of Hydra.
I have to I have to say, Hydra got the matchups that they wanted, and it is much easier to play a Weaver into a Viper if you're in the safe lane. If you're in the off lane, you don't have that long lane to chase down the Viper with the swarm, and the Viper is susceptible only to physical damage. He's actually not gonna care. So, you know, another thing that's going Hydra's way this time around is they should be crushing these side lanes. You know, the Sven, he pretty much doesn't care if it's the safe lane or the off lane that he's playing against the Enigma. I'd even argue that you'd rather play here because it's gonna be harder for the Tiny to actually to get the angle for a toss. Though, as I'm saying that, they actually do manage to kill the Viper. So
Yeah.
nice pull, and then you get him into a bad position.
That one's on me. I'll take the blame for that one. Immediately dropped the caster's curse on him. So yeah, that one's my fault. Speaking about, there is going to be the toss back onto Rari underneath the tower. He's going to be able to get the speed out, though. He's looking for it. Doesn't have the boots, but the tower wasn't attacking him. He's going to take a couple of shots, just the one actually from that. But still, with the 1 point into the Warcry there for the bonus speed, was able to move himself away. And he's a big tanky boy anyway, so he's still got himself 400 health. Some regen coming through from the tangos as well, so he's going to be fine.
Remember when Tiny had an 8-second cooldown on a level 1 toss? You know? Every single time that's pretty much the time where I played Dota the most. So I remember that you toss him once and then you're just following him, blocking him, and you're gonna have it again. So whenever I see Tiny getting the toss off, I'm kind of expecting that to happen. But you know, for the past 3-4 years, maybe it has been even more. I don't even know any longer. But you know, it has just been impossible because the toss cooldown has just been increased more and more.
Well, they're going to be able to get the disposal onto the Weaver once again. Nesphere was missed. Sakuchi, he's going to be able to get himself away from this one. The Swarm has been dropped. Nesphere, Celestial Hammer comes through as the Starbreaker. So it looks like Koval, is he going to go down to this? He actually carries on chasing. Might go down to the Swarm. Actually pops the Fairy Fire to try and keep himself alive for a little bit longer. ICQ, though, turns himself around. He turns his back. Cool, guys, don't look at the kills. He gets the kill onto SMN, and it gets him another kill and another assist in this lane. He's even got himself the Spirit Vessel. This is something I don't really see on the Vipers all that often. But yeah, he's got himself the quick Spirit Vessel. So he's going to be able to maintain, as long as they maintain the kills in this lane, just keep himself healthy.
Okay, I started sweating. There he has the urn. Okay, it's not the vessel just
sorry,
yet. I was like, no way.
I'm getting ahead of
the Viper
myself.
has the vessel. Is the game over? But yeah, it's just the urn for now. But either way, it is a big item, especially if it's going this well for you. Oh, the Swarm misses.
Yeah,
okay,
Koval,
Nesphere, he is
still in trouble. There isn't going to be
starting
Starbreaker as Koval just moves himself out. But yeah, sorry, I was interrupting because of action.
Oh, no problem. The action really was it wasn't that big of a deal though, because Koval just gets himself away. I'm thinking that Nesphere is starting to get a little bit shaken in this lane, you know? He is really not feeling himself. Only 12 last hits. X3 are feeling the pressure to how much they're losing these lanes.
Yeah, and you can see here, Koval, he's just sticking around with the Viper. Viper, not the most mobile hero in the world, but Koval, if he gets on top with rebound, SMN, you can see he's being forced away from the lane. ICQ's just trying to make his way over. The D-Ward's going to come out now as well, and SMN just has to play so far away, because if he gets gone on like this, just slightly too short there, Koval, with the rebound in top lane. Well, they're going to be able to get more out of this now as well. Sugarite's trying to step up onto Sven. Sven, there is going to be the urn coming through here from the Enigma as well, so the chase down onto Rari. He pops this Warcry, but yeah, he's going to be able to get himself away. The Avalanche comes out. The damage isn't going to be enough. He's got that stick charge. He might even try and turn it around, but the toss will be there. They get the kill onto Rari. So Rari, even with the knife at the bottom lane, again, they're going to be able to go. They're going to be able to get the double stun here with the dispose. And Nesphere, one more right click. He doesn't have that time lapse just yet. Not a high level enough. ICQ, he's low. Celestial Hammer's going to be there in 2 seconds, but he does get the urn charge off. Celestial Hammer's going to tackle that, but it's going to be underneath the tower here. Koval, what can he do? He gets a rebound off the creep towards that's disposed 1 second away. He bounces him back and gets the kill, the revenge kill onto SMN with the help of the tower.
So, top lane Hydra lost heroes in the time where they were stronger. This is a big mistake coming out from them. The reason this happened is because they were diving the Enigma. They were trying to get the kill, and in that process, all their creeps died. They got tossed back, and suddenly you lose 2 of your heroes, and they even left Rari alone. What?
Oh, I like this as well. The TP coming through. They're going to be able to get the toss back. The Malefice will be there for the stuns. The Urn charges. The body blocks coming through. He gets that Stormhammer off onto the Eidolons for the extra stun onto Checker out there as well. But Rari, he's taken down. Can he get himself away from this one? No mana left here for Tiny to get. He's going to be using those stick charges with the spell still on cooldown, so he's not going to be able to get the toss back. No Avalanche there either. Mid lane, though. It looks like they might be going on to Natty now. Well, Natty can get himself away from this one. The Dissimulate comes out, but the Shackle point blank onto Askold. So can't claim the kill here onto the Wind Ranger. And now the backstab does come through from SMN, coming through onto with the Celestial Hammer. The Starbreaker comes out, one more right click. The power shot from downtown secures it. Natty picks up the kill onto Kicked. And well, bottom lane, they might even be able to go a little bit further. Nesphere has to get himself away with the Sakuchi, but I mean, if you thought the kills on that last game were a little bit slow, this game absolutely turns it around. They are just going head to head in every lane.
But how can they leave the Sven alone there for a potential kill on the Wind Ranger with a level 6 Void Spirit? The level 6 Void Spirit doesn't do the damage, and Sven now, he is... Oh, okay, that's a bit of a mistake from Ring, but either way, the Sven isn't getting creeps. He started off the lane amazingly well, then once he dies, the second time he gets pushed into the base. That is just a tactical mistake coming out from Hydra. Obviously, you know, the kill in the mid lane doesn't work out. That's the least of their problems now when the Sven isn't attacking creeps as much as he should. And next time around, he's gonna have to be dealing with a black hole as well.
Yeah, you can see here he's throwing out the Stormhammers just to get on top of the Eidolons to get that extra farm, catch it back up. The Avatos comes out, and here he pops out Warcry, trying to get himself away. The Black Hole, it catches both of them, and Silencer, they're going to be able to get right on top of Kick now as well. The Urn Charge going to be used here, and Kicked not going to be able to get himself away from this one. The damage is just going to be way too much. Shagarat, it's going to be a kill going to each hero in the lane. X3. Well, I said how well that offlane was going for Hydra, but the offlane, sorry, the safe lane, the offlane Perrin, they're going way better here for the side of X3. The chase onto SMN. SMN's trying to get himself away from this one. Do they have the damage to take him down? He's not going to try and TP away from this one. Tries to go back with the Starbreaker, but yeah, ICQ's away from it. He has the damage, he has the kills potential, and he will secure that one.
He's creating space for the Weaver. That is, I think that is okay for X3. Him dying that deep and just getting them away from the Weaver is going to be fine. Nesphere, even with the lane not going ideally for him, he's going to have the Falcon's Blade, he's going to have the Javelin, and he will actually be able to fight. So X3, despite the bad start, their heroes are gonna be able to play this game. So you know, we talked about potentially Hydra winning the lanes and X3 not being able to do much, but with this kind of a start, you will have damage to bring down some of the heroes for sure.
Yeah, looks like Askold on the top lane. He steps in, but Shagarat was already moving himself away there, and he is going to be going towards that Spirit Vessel. Even SMN going to be TPing in, maybe trying to turn this around. Rink comes in, he's going to be able to get the Avalanche, but the Dissimulate comes through here from the Void Spirit. It might not matter. The Malefice onto Askold once again. He gets himself away with the Astral Step, but that's going to be the last of the nobility here, and that's going to be the kill going away once again. The side of X3, SMN does secure this one. Level 5, so no Solar Guardian to get down to the bottom lane if there was a go on the Weaver, but with Marcy being up here, Koval, 3 heroes, 4 heroes being up here for the side of X3, it looks like they want to put pressure onto this tier 1 tower.
I'm starting to think that Askold is a bit shaken. He sounded so happy at the start of the season when they got a few wins. He sounded so confident that his team could go the distance. And maybe it was just his all his overwhelming wish to be successful in this season that is now making me. You can see he just wants to fight. He doesn't want to farm. He wants to change this one up, but he probably won't have the damage. Okay.
Soul Guardian comes in. The Shagarat's going to be able to survive. Even the stun coming through onto Askold. Askold, what can he do? Astral Step comes in. Starbreaker's going to be there as well, but Ring's going to get really down low. Whereas that chase, he doesn't have another step for the next 15 seconds. And now the rotation in, the focus fire comes out from Natinawa. It's going to be under the tower, so he has to use the wind run to try and keep himself alive or healthy through this. The toss, Rink gets the kill on the backlines. ICQ going to be able to get the kill onto Rink, but Natty Narwhal is just able to get in and just run rampant once again. The Sven not really coming back. He's having to use. Yeah, I mean, I know we we saw this when the game was a little bit slower in the laning stage, that Rari, the be stacks in the jungle, the Sven's going with the God Strength, he'd farm up, but Rari, everybody else on the side of X3 is getting engaged, and he just doesn't have the time and space to try and farm like this.
Now he's finally going to be getting some stacks. At least that's nice, you know. What is very important in the current meta, that there is a lot of times for stacks, and people have gotten used to making them just because there's a lot of Bristol bags being played. Plus, you have the sidekicks here. You're going to be fine. So he's going for a Mask of Madness. I'm guessing Mask of Madness, Echo Saber, BKB, Blink is going to be his items of choice. But X3, they're just trying to use their mobility. The one hero that has been untouched on Hydra is the Swiper, and now he's being hunted. He has nowhere to go here.
Yeah, I mean, if they can get they are going to be able to get the lockdown as well. 4 heroes moving over. The Avatars comes in. Even the Shackle Shot going to be used here for the lockdown. ICQ. Well, he can't flap his way away from that one.
I like that he's going for an early BKB. He understands that he needs to be standing his ground, that he needs to be able to stand his ground against X3 right now, especially because of the lack of mobility. You need to be able to survive for a bit longer than you would otherwise have to, and then your teammates can come, but they're gonna be a bit late. Though X3, they're not gonna allow that to happen. They want to crush them right now, and they're gonna start playing the map really fast, going towards your Weaver. Nesfear, he is having the best time of his life despite being crushed in the lane, and now Rory, oh, he does have the movement speed, I guess.
Yeah, Avalanche Soul Guardian comes out. He's going to be tossed back onto the creeps now as well. Natty, he has that shack up with the tree. Wasn't there. He didn't find the angle. Still going to be able to find the kill, though, with that focus fire coming out here. Really nice. He picked up the Arcane Rune as well. So he's going to have a shorter cooldown on the focus fire. And while this has been going on, Nesfear's just been finding farm. He's got himself the gold for the Maelstrom, so he's going to be able to... This is like a position 1 build for the Weaver, because he's been absolutely uninterrupted in this game so far. Apart from those first couple of deaths in early game. But this... X3 Lions just created so much space for this bottom lane, and Nesfear, he's playing, like you say, the off lane, so just taking control of the lane that they sit in and just keeping the pressure on, trying to pull Hydra away from each other and just making space, making these kills happen here for the side of X3. The Shackle comes out again. Rory.
X3's lineup is again very mobile. He's at least not gonna be dying this time around. X3, they want to use their mobility. There's nothing weird about that one. Hydra, on the other hand, they want to be always running towards their Viper. So X3 should be able to read this every single time. You can see that SMN right now, he's protecting the Enigma. In this top part of the map, you are vulnerable, but you actually are okay if you die even now on the Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, and do they want to go? Actually, they might get the lockdown onto the Enigma. They're going to be able to go with the Viper Strike now as well, so they do have the damage to take it down. And even when the Unleash coming through, so they're going to be able to clean up a couple of Eidolons as well. So that was a much-needed kill there for the side of Hydra.
Yep, SMN, he was expecting it, and then he was like, nah, they're not coming. But Hydra were just a little bit slower than what he was expecting, so they catch the Enigma. It is... not easy to play the top part of the map for the Enigma. I think even though the lanes were set up like that, X3 need to be changing up the parts of the map. Weaver needs to be on the top lane. It's much easier for him to run away from the enemies, whereas the Enigma needs to be playing on the bottom lane around Vision.
And Wind Ranger in the mid lane as well. One more. Do they have the damage to take him down? The Shackle comes out. It's not going to last you anything. Solar Guardian going to be used here to try and get on top of Asgold. Asgold, the Maleficent, and Black Hole gets committed. Global Silence going to be used though. They're going to be able to get the step in onto the Enigma once again. It's going to be disposed back into the river, and Shagarat will be taken down. And now the chase comes out as well onto the Tiny. The poison attacks coming through, and Rink going to be dragged back into the Remnant and killed off. 3 heroes going down. A big net worth gain there for the side of Hydra. They're even going to be able to go with the God Strength coming through onto this tier 1 tower in the mid lane.
X3 finally got forced into a fight that you cannot win. I don't know what Sugarat was thinking there about using the Black Hole.
Oh, Rory, can he get himself out? He's got that sidekick, so he's going to have the lifesteal, but the TPs are coming through. There is going to be the Shackles that simulate though, tower. So it's not going to latch. There's Power Shot going to be used, but Rory just gets himself away from this one. Yeah, that tier 1 tower is being protected. 290 health left. So, a good defense after losing a fight there, but yeah, Hydra, they got the disengaged, they didn't lose anyone, so while they didn't take down that tower, they got the benefits from that last fight, they still took the tower down a decent amount of the way, and most importantly, everybody got out alive.
Sugarat is still playing the top lane. This is something I don't like at all. I think he should be on the bottom, pretty much like what the Beastmaster does. I think you're just getting pulled into this kind of situation because you play the top lane, and it just feels natural. He needs to kind of shake his head there and understand where he needs to be. It's okay for the supports to die on the top lane, but definitely not for cores.
Speaking about dying, they're going to be able to get themselves right on top of the Tiny. The Tiny going to be losing a whole lot more there, and this disposed combo into the Viper Strike into the lockdown. They've even got the lockdown onto Natty. Natty not going to be able to get himself away from that. Even with the win run, the damage comes through from kick. Nesfia wants to step in. No, he thinks better of it. He doesn't have the time lapse for the next 8 seconds, so just goes for that Sakuchi away.
Hydra, at least this game, they have heroes that can always make plays. The Void Spirit is always capable of getting a kill, and we're seeing it right now. Going for the Witchblade build allows you to pretty much bring down any hero that doesn't have the BKB. Obviously, the Weaver is gonna survive, but when you have a Global Silence, and if that spell is committed, you can actually kill even this annoying bug as well. So I'm liking that Hydra are understanding this, and they're constantly trying to go for plays. To be honest, I think the Viper needs to be punished. This is the hero that you can kill, that Hydra wants to be tanky, but usually you would expect Hydra to be playing around him, but they're being a bit too greedy in getting kills on the other side of the map, and Next3 are not recognizing it just yet.
The rebound comes out into the Dispose once again. The Viper strike onto the Tiny. The Tiny, you just can't do that, man. You know, it's like you're all alone. You are far away from out from the tier 2s. You can't see the Viper. You can't see the Marcy. You've got to assume it's like the Predator. You know, it's always watching. They're always going to be there to jump on you outside, you know, out of the trees and find the kills. And
he's putting a lot of emphasis on getting that Blink Dagger right now, and X3 farming a bit too much, I would say, for my taste. I still think they are capable of getting a few kills here and there, especially now when Hydra are so separated.
Yeah, and you can see, I mean, like you say, he is working on that Blink. He's got himself the Philosopher's Stone as well, so he's going to have that bonus goal. Moving it over with Natty. Maybe looking to get the lockdown onto this Viper Marcy combination. Like you say, punish that. ICQ not stepping back. Might come back now. Do they have any vision to see if the smoke breaks? They do. It's going to be the Marcy, but like you always say, the Marcy is going to be able to tank this gank and should... No, ICQ, don't come back in onto this. I mean, the Wraith Pack's going to be dropped here. If you want to go, there's a Black Hole available. Okay, Askel's going to rotate in now as well. The God Strength comes out from Rari, so they're going to be able to pick up 2. Can they make it 3? It will just be the 2 for now. But Natty has to be careful.
So now you have the BKB. Oh.
Mid lane. It's going to be the double TP in. Are they going to be able to get the lockdown onto
let's see.
Netsphere?
Maybe
it looks like
really will be in trouble.
Oh. I like the idea there of using the Stormhammer onto the creep, so if Netsphere hangs around, even in the Sakuchi form, you get the stun off. But yeah, Netsphere was just away. He was like, I don't want none of that, I'm just moving out.
Yep. Hydra are actually doing very well in their item choices in this game. I love what Askold went for. He gets the kill now, but he went for the Witchblade. Now he goes for the Boots of Travel. He wants to play the bottom lane and hunt there, but he also wants to be around the Viper on the top lane. I think X3 allowing this Viper to get the BKB, you don't have a play now to kill a core. That is actually a problem. They've kind of dropped the ball on their timing to shut down this Viper on the top lane, and now ICQ can do whatever he wants.
Look at this drink. It's going to be, you know, maybe 3rd time's the charm, but he gets the Avalanche. He's just farming the creeps. He gets the Blink Dagger at least. Before he dies, he gets that Blink Dagger out, so he is going to be able to claim that. But ICQ once again claims his life.
I'm trying to find a play now for X3. You are allowing the Scent to farm, nothing you can do about that one. The Viper is not a kill any longer. I guess catch Askold on the bottom lane, but even if you do that, there's gonna be a Global Silence. I guess that's your play. Catch Askold on the bottom lane and force out the Global Silence, then go for a fight with the Black Hole, possibly even go for Roche.
Yeah, the Swarm's gonna come through, so they're gonna be able to get them top. The Global Silence comes out immediately. Kick trying to go for the TP, but the damage is gonna be way too much. At least the Void Spirit here. Askold going to be able to get the tactical retreat away from that gank.
I'm surprised he used the global when the Void Spirit's life wasn't in jeopardy. Now you have a play if you're X3. The Black Hole is actually a possibility for you to use. I still think it needs to be used on the top lane. You need to open up your top part of the map. You cannot allow the Viper to play with the Marcy here so aggressively without any punishment going their way. So that's why we see X3 now coming towards there, but they don't have the Enigma, they don't have the Weaver. That means they don't have the damage to kill this Viper.
Yeah, the smoke's going to break. Rink's going to say ICQ. Does he want to go? The Avatos comes through. Solar Guardian's going to be used as well. ICQ, he pops that BKB. Can he turn himself around? He's going to be taken away. And they might even be able to go into Koval as well. Koval is going to be able to get the cliff onto the Wind Ranger. No Force Staffs. He does have a TP, but that means they're moving away from this fight. So he gets himself down eventually, but now the BKB comes out. Rory, what can he do here? He's just trying to get away with the Swarm. Yeah, the Unleash could have used as well. That's... Ooh, does he want to go for it now? Rory, he has to run himself away with the Warcry. Wind Ranger, he might look for the power shot, but he's going to be locked down. Is it going to be enough to keep it? The Black Hole comes out to get the lockdown onto Asgold to do that damage onto the Void Spirit. The Void Spirit will be the next victim as the Shackle comes through into the Trees of Mercy. Once again, killed off, and all 5 heroes on the side of X3. Got to be happy with this. Kicked might even go down. Okay, maybe not. Oh, he gets close. No, Rink, he's going to be able to get the Avalanche in. Did he come for the toss as well? So he does go down. Rory, just don't even here, Rory. Just move yourself away.
Okay, I severely underestimated the damage of the Wind Ranger. Though, I have to say ICQ didn't get the BKB off, but that's kind of to be expected. They found more Narink. They even found Rory.
Yeah, Rory comes in. The Shackle doesn't latch, but they're still going to have more than enough damage with that Focus Fire. The Power Shot as well. Natty Noel might go down inside the... He will. The Nether Toxin cleaning that one up, but not before, again, he turns around, he gets the kill onto the Viper with the help of SMN. So that's going to be, what, a 6-7 for 1 there when all said and done, and now they can move themselves into the Roche Pit. Swarm goes down, Wraithpack goes down, and Hydra have no reply for this.
That damage from the Wind Ranger is insane. I thought the Viper was easily gonna live. Of course, the Avatos combo came before the BKB, but just the two of them being enough to kill the Viper, okay, I'm impressed. I thought that was not gonna work, so it has to be my bias against the Wind Ranger as a core. But that damage was insane. Now, with that being said and done, the side of Hydra are gonna have to put a little bit more emphasis on this Sven doing well, and he actually does disassemble the Echo Saber. This guy, his only attack speed now comes from the Mask of Madness. I'm not sure if that's gonna be enough. The Echo Saber is just quite nice, though. I guess with the Mask of Madness you will be doing enough.
Yeah, and I suppose again when you get the Mage Slayer gives a +20. When you get the Orchid coming out as well, you're gonna have that +35 from the Blitz Knuckles. So it's not awful.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, I actually wasn't thinking about the Mage Slayer giving attack speed. I always look at this item as just something that you get just because you're disassembling the Echo Saber rank.
Oh, he does get that blink away, though. The Midnight Pulse has been dropped. It looks like they're going to be able to get the Avalanche. Global Silence will be used, but Sven, he's still going to be in a decent amount of trouble. They get the drag back now onto the Enigma. Enigma, can he get himself away from this danger? Nesfree's already used that time lapse. And it looks like the chase is on the rebound. Rory's going to be able to run himself away with the Warcry.
He has the Aegis, though.
Yeah, they're going to be able to go even more. The toss back, the damage coming through the BKB. Solar Guardian gets used. They're going to be able to clean up onto the Sven once again. And now the Swarm, even Koval tries to get it up. What's that Starbreaker? Going to be able to get the stun onto the Marcy. Shackle comes up, but Asgold will be able to get himself away. So Koval going to be the next victim underneath the tier 2 tower. But again, they just find even more. They're going to be able to get a toss back. Asgold, you were away. You were out. And they just pull him back in. Taking down the tier 1. They might even be able to make a move for the tier 2 here.
Okay, in just 2 minutes, X3 have gotten everything. It all started with the bottom move. I think that one was amazing. I think every single one of their moves was amazing, but Hydra didn't read it properly, and I don't even blame them. I didn't either. I thought this Viper with the BKB is unkillable, that he can stand his ground, but that's not the case. Hydra, they don't have a frontline hero that can give them the vision, which means that X3 can now use their mobility any way they like. They can crush every single hero on the map, and with the Aegis, the Weaver can dive as much as he wants.
Yeah, and SMN, ICQ has to TP himself away using that BKB. Nothing to cancel it, but you can see immediately that the Viper was he was panicking, you know, as soon as that TP comes out from SMN and he can't get the kill, he just thinks, right, crap, who's going to be, you know, collapsing on me now? I just need to leave.
Yep, he gets himself out. That is a big thing, but he cannot stand his ground. There is no global silence for 17 seconds, but guess what? There is a blink black hole and not a lot of things that you can use to cancel it. If the Sven gets caught and he is very close to it, he will be going down.
They're going to be able to get the Malphus. Midnight Pulse comes out. Wraithpack's going to be dropped. Shackle doesn't latch. Koval might be able to get himself away, but with the Focus Fire coming through, Natty Narwhal just cleans up. Rink does secure the kill. And Sven, he goes the other way. Will show... but they're not going to be able to catch up. He just goes for the immediate TP out.
Okay, Hydra are severely behind. This is not even close right now. And Sven, he just TP'd here, even with the BKB. How do you get out of this one?
He just has to run, yeah, pop that war cry, run yourself away from this one, dealing with the swarm as he goes. Meanwhile, in the top triangle, they might try and make something happen here. Enigma's getting low, ICQ's trying to do damage onto Narink as well, but there's going to be, there's going to be a flank coming through from SMN, from Natinawal onto ICQ. BKB's been popped, they've got the focus fire going to ICQ. ICQ, no Force Staff, no Hurricane Pike, nothing to make this gap wider, and he's going to go down. Natinawal picking up his 5th kill of the game.
This Wind Ranger is actually doing work in this game. It was a last pick Wind Ranger. I'm gonna assume that Natinawal is a fan of this hero, and he said this is a free Wind Ranger game. To be honest, I didn't see it, but now it's just looking like they can't stop him once he pops the BKB. Any single hero just dies. Even the Sven during the Warcry isn't tanky enough to survive through the focus fire, and it is making a big problem to Hydra. They have that burst.
Yeah, and Koval can't even show that the swarm comes through from Nesphere. The damage that Tiny just gets the absolute blow-up potential here with his 2 spells, and Koval just disappears. There's no way for him to move into any lane if these 2 heroes. It's the reverse of the Viper Marcy. Meanwhile, the top lane, Asgold, he's going to try and drop that Remnant, but Natinawal, the ultimate's just going to be able to move himself away. The power shot, oh, it's going to be close. It's still going to be enough. He gets the blink in, and the focus fire finishes the job.
Okay, that's just beautiful. There's no other way to say it than beautiful. I'm surprised that the Void Spirit didn't use another Astral Step, but you know, he thought that was enough and probably wanted to go for a smoke immediately, understanding that it was his team's time to maybe make a move once they forced out the rotation. Sven finally has a blink, so now is the time for Hydra. X3 are not together, at least the Wind Ranger isn't there, so maybe you can make something happen right now.
Yeah, Nesphere is going to be underneath the Sentry Ward. Do they want to carry on going in? That's going to be the Aegis being reclaimed as well, so they might be able to backstab onto this SMN. They're going to be able to go in with the God Strength to dispose. He gets a stun onto 2 of them with that cleave coming through. Fine. Can he take down anyone? SMN's going to try and get himself away, but won't be able to. Nesphere does pop that BKB. Shagrat, does he want to go? He's got the engage. He's got that blink direct if he wants to use the black hole. But Koval gets to dispose once again onto the Tiny. The Tiny's going to be taking a whole lot of damage here. The toss back, Yulsef's trying to keep himself alive, and Wind Ranger's just in. The double shackle comes out, and Rink's going to get really down low, but he's still surviving through. Avalanche, he will be taken down in the end. Asgold claims that kill. There's going to be the dispose available here. Marcy taking so much damage, though. Has to back out with the rebound.
That is, again, 2 cores dead. The Sven 7-second BKB gone down the drain. X3 get a fight. They don't use the black hole. Obviously, the global silence wasn't used at all, and I think kicked right now. He's gonna start to get pressure to use that global silence so that they can finish off heroes. You need to kill a core when you jump with the Sven. There is just no other way into this game. A hero has to die, and it has to be a core, but Nesphere was just way too tanky for the Sven. That is what happens when your Void Spirit is dead. So Hydra, I don't think they're completely out of this game, but they're being outclassed. So in my mind, it is very basic for them what they need to try to do. Not a lot of plays they can make, but the one they can certainly attempt to is smoke and jump the Weaver or the Wind Ranger with both the Void Spirit and the Sven. That has to work, or the fight is just over for you.
Yeah, and you can see the Wind Ranger now. He got so close to finding Asgold again, but he's going to be going for the Chrysalis. That's even more damage coming out. He's keeping the Tumbler's Toy for now as well, just to be able to close that gap even further. They might be able to find out Nesphere, but Nesphere is just going to be... He's still got the BKB. He's still got the time lapse. He's going to be able to close the gap towards the rest of his team. The Eidolon's coming through here for the side of X3, pushing it in, and... So the smoke's going to come out from Hydra. They're going to try and make something happen here. They have to make something happen here. They have to get themselves back in this game. And is it going to be Nesphere?
Don't pressure them.
They can't hear me. It's fine. You know what's not fine, though? They find out the Sven once again. Sven, the shackle comes out, and Nesphere gets himself another notch on his kill belt.
Okay, right now it's time to really think hard. I mean, the play for Hydra definitely is smoke, get a kill. But you also need to prepare the lanes for that smoke. Oh, they got the shackle on Asgold.
And the swarm, it's going to see him. Do they have enough to take him down? He's not getting out of this. No way. Dissimulate comes out. He's going to be going further into the trees, but they have the vision still. And Nesphere picks that one up.
Okay, so how do you get to a point where your smoke is going to be successful? You cannot push out the lanes. You cannot show on the map because X3 are way too mobile. You need to control your triangle. I think that's the first thing. You need to have vision in there and not allow the enemies to get there at least.
SMN's going to go for the TP once again. Nothing to break it. And now ICQ goes. But the Malefice comes out. He didn't use the BKB. And he's not going to be as lucky as SMN gets taken down here, ICQ. And he's just moving through. Enigma, helping to claim this kill. It just seems like everywhere they go, Hydra, they're just being plagued by X3 players.
Yep, for sure. They're not controlling a single area of the map. You can see that they only have one ward, and that ward is for a potential team fight. I think even if you would win a team fight there, you're not going to win a team fight there. You're not going to get a team fight there. The places you're going to get a team fight is Triangle, Roche Pit. Those are the ones that you should be hoping for. But with all of your tier 2s dead, you're gonna have to smoke now out of the map, out of the base, and the only place that you can somewhat safely go is the bottom part of the map, and that just doesn't work for you. Hydra are in such a bad spot. It wouldn't surprise me if they just go for one last Hail Mary smoke into the triangle, into a fight that they probably can't win.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do here. I mean, Sven, he's just, again, the net worth, even the Weavers right ahead of him. He's been building towards his Bloodthorn. I know he did go back for the Blink Dagger, but he's been building towards his Bloodthorn for the past 10 minutes or so. So Rari, he is going to be leading the line. Rink was the one that was on the low ground. 2.7k health, 32 armor here on the Tiny. He's your frontliner, and this is what Hydra have to get past before they even get towards Netsphere, before they even get towards Natty Narwhal. You've got SMN as well. You look at him, he's got 2.8k health. He's going to be coming in with a Solar Guardian. If anyone gets gone, I'm going to be able to keep them alive. And now X3, they just move themselves into the pit. There is going to be another smoke here coming through from the side of Hydra, and SMN's away, but SMN, again, he's got the instant, and this Roche, how quickly does this go down?
This is the best chance they have.
Well,
they have to make it count now.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get themselves onto the back line, so the God Strength does come out. They're going to be able to lock down onto SMN. SMN will be taken down. Gale Force is going to be used, though. They might try and go even further onto this. ICQ, he's taking a lot of damage. He will be killed off, so 2 heroes on the side of Hydra already dead. And Rory, he's going to be using that BKB. The Stormhammer comes out onto the wind range, and now can he get himself away from this? Focus Fire comes through. The Sven's dead. They're going to be able to go into Askel now as well. The Blink in, the lockdown's going to be there. They clean up 4. Is it going to be a full team wipe? GG's just called. Hydra, commiserations, they are going to be knocked out after going in Tour 1 and Tour 2 looking like they were going to qualify for Division 1. They've just, the celebratory black hole comes through from Chegarat there as well, and congratulations to X3 as they keep themselves in Division 2 for the international qualifiers for next season. They are safe from the OQs.
Man, I really thought Hydra were going to take that game with how it started, but in my mind, they made too many mistakes. I'm not going to take it away from X3. These guys have played it perfectly. They had one play that could be made in that game, and that is that bottom lane play that they went for. And they made it work. After that, they killed the Viper. They opened up the entirety of the map, and they used their mobility. So X3, they played a really good game. I'm not going to lie. Other than, the laning setups, everything went their way. But Hydra, they had it going for them. I think they needed to put more emphasis on keeping this Viper alive. It really was a problem if it does go down in that situation, and he does. After that, it was just so hard. You could see at the end of the game that there was nothing Hydra could do. They smoke, they go towards the bottom lane. That's not where you're gonna find anyone. Going into the triangle, going towards the Roche Pit, you're gonna lose the fight to 99%. But what I have to praise them for in this game is they fought. They tried to do it. They didn't stay in their base. They understood they were not gonna win if they just stood their ground, so they went out. Obviously, it didn't work, but at least they tried.
Yeah, and that is going to be it for Tour 2. So we are going to take a Tour 3. Tour 2 was over a way long ago, but yeah, we're going to take a quick break, guys, see if we can move through into a interview with one of the X3 players. They might just be too busy celebrating, keeping themselves in the Division 2 slots. So we'll see, but we are going to jump to a break. If not, that is going to be it for Tour 3 for me and Hurry. So thank you for tuning in. Hurry, before we get a potential interview, any last words for this tour?
Well, it was really fun. I'm happy I got the chance to cast so many Eastern European Division 2 games. I think the teams have evolved so much that we are getting a lot of players. I'm so glad that the scene is getting better and better, despite, the region being shaky in the past few months. Because of the war and everything going on. I'm still happy that the players got their heads into the game and they are all looking to improve. I'm a little bit sad about Hydra, but what you gonna do?
Yeah, so guys, we are going to be taking a quick break. We'll see if we can get an interview with one of the XP players. So stick around. We'll see you after the break. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We'll see you then.